Hi friends, Miss Demetrian here again. This week we're going to be working on lesson 20, which is practice facts to 5. Make sure that your moms or dads or parents or guardians are watching this video with you because I have lots of fun strategies that will help them help you this week. In this lesson, visual supports are gradually removed and students must focus more on equations. Students learn that equations can represent the facts that they modeled with objects and pictures. Strategies like counting on fingers are still encouraged as they work with their facts this week. So I'm going to go over some vocabulary that you're going to see throughout the lesson this week. The first vocabulary word is an addend. An addend is a number being added. 2 plus 1 equals 3. The 2 and the 1 here are both addends. The next vocabulary word you're going to see this week is called equal sign, and it looks like this. An equal sign is a symbol that means is the same as. So up here in this equation here, the equal sign means that 2 plus 1 is the same as 3. Minus sign is your next vocabulary word. The symbol looks like this, and that symbol means to subtract. Plus sign is your next vocabulary word. The symbol looks like that, and that symbol means to add. Remember, when you're subtracting, you're taking away, and when you're adding, you're joining. Just a note that in your workbook pages, on page 385 and 386, there's a family letter there, and it gives you a fun activity this week using flashcards. Those same facts can be used all week for fluency practice, and that's a great way to help you learn your facts this week. So even though this lesson's objective is to move away from visual supports and focus on the equation, but if this is a challenge and the connection with using fingers is not made, model with household objects and pictures and connect it to using fingers. So for example, last week we had a problem with Adam and he had some markers and he gave one away. We used actual markers last week to model doing that. So this week you can try doing the same strategies but using your fingers. Sorry, I have a marker on my finger. So if I was using my fingers for last week's problem, I have 4 markers, I take 1 away, I have 3 markers left. So we're moving away from using those objects and starting to use our fingers or other strategies. But if that's a challenge for you, you may still go back and use those pictures and use those objects. In session 3 of lesson 20, on pages 395 to 398, it goes back and has the students use counters to solve addition and subtraction facts. So a great way for you to do that at home is to use coins, such as pennies and nickels. So I have made some visuals here to show you using pennies and nickels. So my first problem here says 2 plus 1. So I used 2 pennies here to symbolize the 2 and 1 nickel to symbolize the 1. I can use that, count all of them up, and get my answer. So here 2 plus 1 equals 1, 2, 3. Over here, I have my 3 pennies to symbolize my 3, my 2 nickels to symbolize my 2, and now I'm going to count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you remember what these 2 numbers here are called? That's right, they're called addends. And there's my plus sign and my equal sign. Now I'm going to go back down here to some subtraction problems. I see my minus sign there. I used the cross out here so that I could show you, but you could use pennies and actually physically take them away. That might be easier for you. So I have 3 pennies that I start with. I cross 1 out. I'm left with 1, 2. Here I have 5 pennies. I crossed off 2 of them because I'm subtracting 2. That leaves me with 1, 2, 3. If session 3 is challenging, spend more time using money as counters and practice before moving on to sessions 4 and 5. because session 4 and 5 moves away from visuals and is more just basic practice. So make sure that you're strong in session 3 before you try to go on to session 4 and 5. It'll help you very much. As always, my email address is dimitriank@springfieldpublicschools.com. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please email me and I will get right back to you. I'm looking forward to seeing you all next week. Talk to you soon.